almost 2 full years after the Winter Classic and the work that went into designing those jerseys. And that's the best they can come up with for a Stadium Series jersey? When you buy one to update the channel trailer, can I wear it, please? I'm not buying one. Not with that design, I'm not. You want one? You get yourself a job finally so you can pay your share around here. Preds lose 2-0 to the Boston Bruins. I guess this is one of those instances when you use up so much offense in one game that your tank is a little dry in the very next game. But it wasn't for lack of effort or a bad performance by your goalie. The Preds outshot the Bruins in this game and had a very solid performance by number 74. They just were ultimately not able to get the W in this one. I saw that during lineup announcements by PA announcer Paul McCann that Craig Smith was in the starting lineup for the Bruins, and he got the "sucks" chant from the Preds faithful that was in their seats. And that is totally fine. No matter if you're a former coach who goes somewhere else or a former player, no matter what you meant to this Preds team, that is just a thing that everybody goes through when they come back. But I appreciated that eventually when they got to the first TV timeout, that Craig Smith got a nice tribute video by the franchise and a standing ovation as Craig Smith took a victory lap near the Bruins bench. Craig Smith meant a lot to this team when he was here. I have argued that he was the heart and soul of this team and spoke for this fan base in the dressing room with how this team carried itself. Anyways, as for the game, Bruins come out with a lot of jump early, which is good for them considering that they have been hampered by COVID as of late, and their AHL team in Providence, Rhode Island has been shut down, at least for now. And hey, it's not just Craig Smith making his return, even though he's played a few more seasons with the Preds. Erik Haula is also playing in his first game back in Smashville. Jake DeBrusk, who has been the specter of trade rumors, including possibly coming to the Preds, has a great chance to open the scoring for the Bruins 6 minutes into the first, but he is stopped by UC Saros. Soon after that, Luke Cunnin, who hasn't performed up to his ability this season, gets a breakaway on Jeffrey Swayman in net for the Bruins, but he's stopped by him. The Preds feed off that chance created by Cunnin, but Swayman is matching the Preds shooters blow for blow. A skirmish with about 7 minutes left in the first period results in the first Bruins power play of the game. Last 30 seconds of that first power play, the Bruins get a ton of chances. Saros is keeping them out, but just about 30 seconds left to go in the penalty. The Bruins have brought the puck back in, and it's DeBrusk, of course, the same guy who scored his very first NHL goal, also against the Preds, who opens the scoring in this one, up and over UC Saros, 1-0 Bruins. And ultimately, that would be the score after the first 20 minutes. Early in the second period, UC Saros is in his crease minding his own business, and Craig Smith comes right in front as if to say hi. And UC must have been like, "Hey Craig, how you doing?" It's like, what's Erik Haula doing? Craig Smith provided a great screen. UC Saros didn't see it, and Erik Haula makes it 2-0 Bruins. Preds try to create some great pressure on Swayman halfway through the second, but can't get the puck past him. Shortly thereafter, Pasternak gets a great wraparound chance on Saros, but UC shuts the door. The Bruins are desperate to put this game away now in the second period while they have a chance, as they know the Preds are creating a lot of chances on their goalie. And Taylor Hall has a 2-on-1 with David Pasternak with him, but Dante Fabro times his slide just right and blocks the pass. After a period of time where the Bruins were running circles in the Preds zone, where UC Saros also lost his stick, the Preds create a good odd-man rush going the other way, a 4-on-2, where Tolvanen is stopped point-blank robbery by Jeffrey Swayman, and the Preds still trail, even though you know they're trying their butts off, 2-0 after 40 minutes. The third period begins with an extended Bruins power play that carried over from the second period, but the Preds successfully kill it off. Can the Preds do anything at last with this momentum. Just under 6 minutes into the third period, still 2-0 Bruins, where Eric Holla gets a breakaway on Saros, and Saros turns him aside and says, "Hey buddy, you got to do better than that. I still know all of your moves from practice." Preds would finally, it took until the third, finally get their first power play opportunity of the game, but can't do anything with it, and even though they were trying, can't even draw a 5-on-3 to get more zone time to create more opportunities to score. Again, the Bruins take the opportunities when they can get them to try and put this game away. And at about the 9-minute mark of the third period, Saros makes 3 consecutive point-blank saves on the Bruins, trying to will his team to a W. If the Preds had UC Saros of old, who always takes a few games longer than we would like to get himself going into a season, where would this team be right now? Not in a playoff spot or on the bubble of a playoff spot, that's for sure. Late in the game, after killing a Bruins penalty, then a 5-on-3 combined, and then the second Bruins penalty, the Preds try with all their might to do something to prevent the goose egg, but the Preds pull Saros. They can't score, but fortunately, the Bruins can't get an empty netter, and the Bruins win the game with a 42-save shutout performance by Jeffrey Swayman, and that's it for the Preds in this one. Like I said, the Preds just didn't have it tonight. Props to Jeffrey Swayman on his shutout. The Preds just have to tip their hat to him and move on to Saturday. Now, if you haven't looked yet, that game is against the reeling Montreal Canadiens, the very same Canadiens who blew your doors off 2 Saturdays ago this Saturday. If you don't get the W on Saturday, I might just have to turn into pessimistic Johnny about even making the playoffs this year again. And before I sign off in this one, how can I not comment on the Stadium Series jersey announcement from today? Because unless I win it somewhere, today is the only time I intend on commenting on it until the day of the game, February 26th next year. I haven't really seen anybody speak in favor of it who is not directly involved with the team. I do not like it. The navy blue of the jersey is great. Great to reincorporate the road color of the original jersey of this franchise. That's no problem. The guitar pick in the chest, that's fine. That's also a fine idea. Smashville? Really? At least the Winter Classic jersey from last year paid homage to the Dixie Flyers. That was fine. They could have done something so much better. Incorporated the skyline downtown. I don't know. Simply just said Preds. Smashville is way too many letters. Much like this game today, toss whatever idea that formulated those jerseys aside. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. As always, hit like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Predemption. Shake it off, Preds Nation. Time to get revenge on Saturday night versus the Habs.